to make Don Cherry happy, what they'll do for Pride Night is instead of Pride Night, as you said just now, Natasha, they'll do Pride Month, and during that month, they'll use Pride tape, but also to make him happy because we're not going to tell him it's for Pride. Everyone's going to wear poppies, so then they'll actually believe it's Canadian Pride.
He
Because if they're all wearing, because if everyone's wearing poppies, I think Don Cherry doesn't really care what else happens.
He's just gonna ignore all the rainbow and just focus on the poppies.
Every player could be European, and as long as they're wearing a poppy, he wouldn't notice.
The one suit that I wish
So
that Don
funny.
Cherry had made is it wouldn't be, expensive. It couldn't be but it would be
He's
funny.
got money.
Yeah.
He's got money.
Right.
It's just a picture of a poppy overlaid over each other all over again, all throughout the suit.
Is he also wearing a poppy on the poppy
But he's
suit?
also wearing a poppy on the poppy suit, yes.
I miss Don sometimes, but man, he deserved to be fired.
So entertaining.
His new people rant was just...
I know he would not be happy with the current state of the NHL. He wouldn't want the speed, this dipsy doodle. How would he feel about? How would Don Cherry feel about Trevor Zegras?
How would Don Cherry
He
feel
would probably
about
hate him.
City Greens Classic?
City Greens Classic.
Honestly, I want to give major props to Kevin Weeks for holding the big City Greens Classic together because
Kevin Weeks brought
he
that
was
together,
the
yeah.
super glue that held it together. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, he was the chewing gum that they used to stick everything together there at the
Did
end.
the absolute most, and he did not even have to.
Can we talk
But he
about
said, "You know what? I'm gonna be the best announcer the league
The
has
world's
ever
ever
seen
seen.
for
I'm the new Doc
big City
Emmerich."
Greens Classic."
Can we talk about how they did just the best job at instead of using the goalies, they decided to make it Grandma versus Bill.
What are you talking
Bill,
about?
Grandma
They played the real
Allen
game,
wasn't
too.
a contender when.
Grandma Allen played
Grandma
at the
Allen
actual game,
Green.
He's so good. Shut
because
out.
because it's Bill Green and that's his grandma. Bill Green
Yeah.
was playing against his grandma.
Yeah.
Iconic.
What were the names of the characters that took place for the players? What were their
Cricket
names?
was on
It
the
was
ice for the
Cricket
Rangers.
and I forget the other one.
Nelly?
Tilly, I think.
Tilly.
Yeah.
Tilly, yeah. Yeah, it was so funny during the real broadcast, they didn't say Nicholas Backstrom's name, and they just referred to him as Tilly the whole time. To try like
I was wondering if that's what I was wondering if they did that. Who was Cricket taking the place of?
Was it Panarin? It may have been Panarin.
No, I don't think it wasn't Panarin. I saw Panarin.
I don't know. I think he was taking place for Lindgren, no? Or was Lindgren out?
Let me see.
see.
Who got the primary assist on the one
who got the
goal?
primary assist on the Trouba goal? That's what I need to know.
Because that was
Yes.
Cricket's assist. Okay.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
I will give the league so much credit. The game was fun.
The game
It was
fun.
It was
It was
great.
a painful watch, but it was fun.
It was Vincent Trocheck.
I'm so happy that they explained offsides.
Vincent Trocheck was
because
Cricket.
Who actually knows what offsides is? Good question. They didn't explain goalie interference though, which was really unfortunate. I saw
everything looked like goalie interference.
Devils fans would have been very
Sarah
interested to
Siff
hear them
tweeted
explain that.
For goalie interference, they should have said, "Ask your mom."
Turn around, look at your dad, and ask what's goalie interference.
Hey,
and then,
what's goalie
Kevin Weeks at the very end of the game, she's gone, and then kids, ask your parents where you came from, and then cut the broadcast.
He's so legendary, honestly.
Everything, like, in the animation was quite good.
Yeah, it
For
wasn't
what
so
they were
bad. I
doing,
expected
it
it to be
was
really choppy, and it kind of was at
Oh
times.
no,
like,
it was choppy.
especially
It was
with
choppy.
the goal scoring. Like the goal glitched a lot of the time, or like the puck.
Wait, was that
The puck
weren't
glitched
even
up.
there.
Puck
The
glitched
puck
on one
glitched
of the
a lot.
goals. Yeah, the tracking system wasn't perfect, but it went.
You could still
much
tell what was
better than I
going
thought
on,
it
which
would.
was better than nothing, I guess. And
Yeah.
honestly, I prefer this over the glitching digital boards.
Oh, yeah, this is much better.
Yeah, way better, way more
Yeah,
entertaining.
I can deal with that much easier. But
Is this going to be an annual thing? Are we just going to switch TV shows of what we're going to do next year?
I could see it being that as long as ESPN has a contract, I don't see why they wouldn't just stick with this.
Because I'm
to be honest.
sure Disney paid a lot of money
Well,
to ESPN.
No, I don't
No.
think Disney doesn't have to pay anything.
No, they don't.
Disney
they're
owns
they're
ESPN.
the same company. Yeah.
No, I know that, but like for the broadcasting.
No, I
No.
can what they're
The rights were already there.
yeah, the rights were
Mm.
already there. If it's owned by ESPN, ABC, Disney, technically speaking, all have those same rights. You just don't see Disney and ESPN kind of
Gotcha.
interact with each
That
other
makes
like that.
sense.
Let's put
But-
games on Disney Plus just more often.
Oh my
Let's
god.
I mean,
just do that.
They
this
already
is
put
a
them on Hulu.
This is a direct response to the NFL doing the games on
The
Nickelodeon. So
Yeah.
as far like, there's no reason if this game, I don't know the ratings, but it was executed well enough. There's no reason to not really.
I feel like
Can I
because
ask-
they also aired the real game, like as it was happening on ESPN.
Yeah. No, they
like,
shouldn't have. They should have just gone full out.
You could just pick to watch the real one instead of the Big City Greens one,
Yeah.
which is just
I think
not
this
fun.
was better than the Nickelodeon game.
I didn't watch the Nickelodeon game, but
I think this is cooler.
how was the Nickelodeon one executed? Like, what did they do?
It was just regular, except sometimes they shot slime on the field, and they had like SpongeBob characters come on and do commentary.
Yeah. So famously, Patrick
That's
Starr
funny.
was being interviewed when Russell Wilson threw an interception the last time, and
That's
Russell
not what he meant
Wilson
to
got
cook.
Russell Wilson got cooked alive by Patrick Starr on national television, and that's just
Damn.
the thing that we have to remember from
And
from
the
this year.
Nickelodeon MVP.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
the Nickelodeon
Why
valuable
did
player.
we not have that? Who was
There should have been
the Big
there should have
City
been an
valuable player of the
MVP.
game? Why was it Grandma?
Maybe there will be. There was a lot of room for improvement, honestly. Like as noted, the trafficking system not perfect, but for what it was,
Yeah.
it was really good. I think that's something that they should incorporate. Have some sort of like second screen fan interaction that'll help with. If you're trying to, if the point of this is to grow the game, and reach out to younger audiences, then you want to be able to interact with them as much as possible. So turning it in, adding a second screen experience where there's like a voting system or something like that, obviously with parents watching over, supervision, that type of stuff. That seems to be
There's
the
ways
move.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of potential in what they did last night. It was surprisingly well done, especially for
Yeah.
NHL standards. I was expecting a disaster, and it was good.
It was
Like,
better
Well, that's
than a
because that's what we
disaster.
expect from the NHL. The NHL
Exactly. We expect
It was really
nothing
trippy
but
though.
garbage.
I was like, I saw people tweeting like, I haven't even taken my edible yet. And they were
And
like,
I'm already here.
watching the game, like,
You know what? Next year,
crazy.
let's take edibles and watch the Big City Greens Classic. That'll be. We'll do
Oh
like a
my
live
God.
stream.
I feel like you'd have more fun watching the Winter Classic on an edible.
No,
like,
no
this
one
is already
enjoys
like
watching
you're
the
on
Winter
it.
Classic. It's awful. I hate the Winter Classic more than anything.
Am I at home watching the Winter Classic, or am I at the Winter Classic?
No, you're
And
at home.
I'm at home? Okay. Because if I was at the Winter Classic, my next question is it a football stadium or a baseball stadium? This does matter.
Both are bad.
Football stadium is
but
better.
one's slightly better.
No, football stadium is better, because at least in a football
You'd
stadium,
have a better time at a football stadium.
yeah, you'll be able to see the game for the most part. Like,
I
I
will
don't
never
know.
ever in my life go to a Winter Classic.
I've heard it's awful. I know someone who went to a stadium series
Not
in
with your money.
Annapolis
The
when the
rumor,
Caps played Toronto. It was awful.
the rumor is that the Devils may be involved with a stadium series at MetLife Stadium, which is, you know,
No, I want them to.
MetLife
I want them
Stadium.
to do it at Yankee Stadium just to prove a point that it's funny the
City
Rangers can't play
Field.
there.
they already did that. They already did that. They already did.
Really?
That. They
The
did that in
Devils and-
24. They did that in 2014. The Devils were the home game against the New York Rangers in Yankee Stadium.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
Yes.
I want the Rangers to be the away team at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, no, I brought that up recently because I was looking into that, and
How dare I not remember?
that was a fun time. That was a
Okay.
fun time for us all.
Zach, I was 12. Calm down.
That wasn't the fun time I was talking about, but I digress. Yeah, so that's the current rumor. So the Stadium Series may be back in New Jersey. It might involve the Rangers. It might involve the Islanders. Don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
And no one cares about Stadium Series anymore.
Not really. The only thing
I'd rather
that's kinda
have more
cool is-
animated games.
I'd rather
Me
have more
too.
animated games because
I'm
it
down.
seems like the Stadium Series Winter Classic jerseys lately have been huge misses by
Lazy.
every team that's been
And
involved.
the game is bad. Like the gameplay is not good in them. Because their whole schedule's off. They're playing on usually
Snooze fest.
shitty ice. They're playing outdoor in bad weather conditions usually.
I don't know how I sat through the Winter Classic because it was so boring. I was like on
turned
my
it off
phone the whole
after
time.
first. Yeah,
I'm not
and
gonna lie.
I don't even know. What annoys me is if the Devils and Rangers do play in a Stadium Series game, I'm now a season ticket holder. So that means I'm paying the same amount of money
one less
than I
home
paid
game.
that for one less home game, so that I can then be maybe given the privilege. I'm sorry so I can buy like $300 tickets during pre-sale
to a game that you can't really see from your seat.
to a game that I can't really see that I'm going to be very cold at.
Also, about ticket prices, people have been talking about the playoff prices for the Bruins games.
They're going to be so expensive because they're only going to have 2.
I feel really good about my.
Wow, Trevor.
I feel really
Okay.
good about seeing those Bruins prices. Made me feel really good about opting in for the playoff tickets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just to get them at retail value, because the resale for playoff games is always going to be something to behold.
Yeah.
But if the Devils and Rangers play each other in the first round, that's a $400 ticket probably
Easily.
Yeah.
for a Devils home game.
This is why I want to go see a playoff game this year. I'm keeping my fingers crossed I can get a credential.
I don't
'Cause I
think
ain't
you'll
paying.
ever see
God
a
bless.
playoff game live unless I like win.
You
the
will at
game.
some point. Everyone's going to see
Maybe,
one at one point.
but when
It's a
I
different-
have enough money to my name, I guess.
Maybe when the Bruins finally answer an email, Natasha can go see them practice once.
Imagine if I get access for a playoff game. That would be fucking.
That's the
crazy.
first time they give you access. It's like
The sad
game
reality.
4, and
That's
you
not gonna happen.
no, it will be game 2,
Um,
and you get to see them go down 2-0 to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
No.
The sad reality of me when I
No.
first got these tickets is that the big value was I would have the full season so that I could have tickets to. They were doing the Patrick Elias retirement night, which was going to be a very expensive ticket. The Rangers games, which are very expensive tickets,
Mhm.
and then subsequently the playoffs, which we got in at retail. And that game 3, where Corey Schneider made his first start after subbing in for Keith Kincaid after game 2, playing with a broken hip, a broken knee, torn groin.
Yeah,
That was the playoff hockey is a different animal. Playoff hockey live
sure.
is insane, and
I've never seen it. So jealous.
all I want is for the stadium to be as loud as they were when they were chanting Corey Schneider's name at the end of Game 3, because
They will. It's going to be loud in New Jersey this year. I also think Dallas is going to be really loud when they make the playoffs. Like, man, Otter's going to make like one
Bruins are always
blocker
loud.
save, and the
Bet they'll
roof's
be
going to come
loud.
off the building.
Yeah,
Bruins are loud for like
The Bruins are loud for everything. Like the Bruins will just like, oh my gosh, the Red Sox got a single, and they'll start like burning down New York.
I wonder if the Bruins would be loud though if the team wasn't good. Like with every team, I'm
so.
sure that there's
loud.
always that. You always want to see that, because with the Devils, it's night and day. The stadium last year was maybe at 40% capacity regularly in terms of what they could see. Now that is a very different situation now that the team is winning. But that's how the Devils are. When the team is winning, people show up. When the team is losing,
Pittsburgh's like that too, real bad.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's an empty building when they're not good. Because they're used to cheering for the Pirates. Do we get to talk about injuries, Zach?
Yeah, we should.
The fact that everyone's dying.
Yes. Welcome to Wrinkles in the Crease, where we take a look at the stories in hockey and iron out the details. I am Zach. That is Trevor. That is also Natasha. Trevor is less than the real deal, but he is correct in bringing up the season of injuries that we have seen just in the past week and a half.
Tragedy.
So I'll let you start it off, Trevor, because this is
the one that's gonna affect me personally the most is Kirill Kaprizov. Because the Central Division just got a whole lot easier because the Minnesota Wild are now irrelevant. That's how important he is to their team.
Also true.
Have you seen the video of when he got injured?
No.
Watch it. Like now. Pull it up. Oh my god. I don't know how it's not a suspension. And it did no investigation, nothing.
Really?
He got folded.
Oh, the Logan's. I did think I see
Logan
that.
Stanley.
Yes.
Wait, what was the injury? Was it like a knee?
Just lower body.
Lower body?
Let's be real. Every single ligament in his lower body is either
I don't think
stretched or
that
torn.
was. I'm not sure that's suspension worthy though. Like
He
can't
gave him a
really say.
piggyback ride and put all of his weight down.
Well, yeah, but what suspension would that be?
Hold on, let me see.
Roughing.
Roughing?
Okay, so no.
I don't
Here's
think
the
so.
issue with that. It's not like he jumped on his
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
It's
That's what I was
kind of he went in for a check and Kaprizov crumbled underneath him, and that forced him on top of him. That's why you. Now, what sucks and where you can argue with that is Logan Stanley lets all of his body weight fall.
Yeah,
on
there.
Kaprizov.
My
Logan
thing is,
Stanley
there's
doesn't. Logan Stanley doesn't do a
Stanley's
thing to try
like-
and stop him. Like
This
That's
is
why I
like
think it's a
200 pounds of weight on him, basically.
no, it's
No,
too.
he made no
Please.
attempt to stop.
It's too bang bang. You can't suspend for that.
True.
It's
I don't know.
slow though. It is so slow.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do?
slow.
Just like because he
But
can't
look,
brace himself.
When I say bang
keep him
bang,
off, you
I
know?
mean the amount of time he had to react and prevent this situation.
Yeah, because it's not like he just like rammed into him. Like that's different. Like with the speed involved, he kind of like took his time getting on him, basically.
Yeah,
But it wasn't like
It was.
I couldn't tell. I don't think it's like on
if
purpose.
anything, based on how long it took for him to fall on him, I do think he tried to not.
Yeah,
do
I don't
what
think
he
he
did.
wanted
It
to hurt
just-
him.
It's
like
the.
that.
It's one of the most awkward looking plays I've ever seen.
And
That's
let me
awkward.
It's
just.
so clunky and just
I'm just gonna.
everything hurts. Looking
Logan
at it.
Stanley is 6'7". Like,
Oh
what
my
do you
God.
expect him to do in that
Yeah.
situation? He
Gets shorter.
Like the man is clearly he's long and he got tangled up in a play in Kaprizov. I don't how can you
Logan
suspend for
Stanley
that?
is already awkward moving around the ice, and then you put him on top of someone.
Like
Yeah, I will agree. It's a weird. It's just such a shitty play. Like
it's a rough play and it's a very bad situation, and you really hate to see it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like he.
Is my mind getting stuck on the fact that I've never seen a player get folded like that before?
Yes.
Because it's not a hockey play. I think that's what I'm getting
it's not
stuck
a
on.
hockey play, but at the same time, it's also not something that someone does with intent.
Malicious.
Yeah, there's no malicious intent here. It sucks. It looks really bad for Logan Stanley, but at the same time, what could he have done differently? This isn't
3
like
to 4 weeks also feels generous considering what it looks like. Because man, it looks like everything's torn, and I don't know how it's not.
his leg bent in ways that it shouldn't have. I think
And like
3
his
to
whole
4
groin's bending, his legs are bending.
If it's really bad sprains all the way around, that's lucky. And maybe that's 3 to 4 weeks.
It sounds
but
like
it's
he
gonna
got
suck.
really
He's not going to
lucky.
be fully healthy in 3 to 4 weeks. He might be able to play in 3 to 4 weeks. I think
No,
that's
this is gonna affect his season until it's like I don't think he's fully healthy.
affect
again
his
this year.
season. The season's got 4 weeks left. If they don't make the playoffs, this doesn't matter.
Well, they'll squeak in now. Probably, it would suck if they don't.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no. Have you guys seen the Svechnikov injury?
I have not.
It is
No.
so sad. Like,
Why are we
it's
making
so
me
tragic.
look up all these? So
basically, he's just like standing, and then he just falls on his own leg, and like, it's just so bad. Like, like his knee, it just bends like 90 degrees, like this. Like, it's.
Where'd you find it at?
I just looked up Andrei Svechnikov knee injury. It's like the first thing that falls up.
yeah.
Oh no, sorry, never mind. That's an old one. I don't know where it is, but anyways, it's like the same thing that happened to him, basically.
I found a video.
yeah.
Hold on. I'm sending it
He
over.
He
now.
injured his own knee, basically.
Also, it was confirmed Andrei Svechnikov did tear his ACL. He is done for the
Get surgery.
season. There will be the non-contact. That's the worst.
Non-contact is the worst way to do it.
Yeah.
I like.
And he will have reconstructive surgery tomorrow.
Yep.
That
I thought it was
is
already
Really
done.
sad. Really sad to hear.
I thought he already had
He's
it.
gonna miss the season and the playoffs, so that kind of eliminates. Not exactly eliminates Carolina because they have other key
Their
players.
season looks rough.
no,
but
you can't just eliminate
Their season
Carolina
just
like
looks rougher now without him, basically, because he's a big piece for
100%.
them. I mean, with Kochetkov and Aho and the other people,
they're still good. They're still
fine. But I don't think they're the same type of scary team they were before.
No, they just lost their most potent player.
Yeah. So
Like,
I don't know.
Oh,
Still look out for them though.
100% still look out for them. They're still a dangerous team. They took care of Winnipeg last night, and Winnipeg is a team that likely will make the playoffs this year. So they're actually, well, they are
And
currently in the last
Arturi
one.
Lehkonen is out for
that's a
about
big
month with a broken finger.
Colorado's
which is
had the
rough.
worst injury season I
So
remember.
bad for
recent memory.
Colorado. I feel so bad.
Yeah,
Every
no,
good
now
player
we're at
they
the
have has
point
been
where
hurt.
we're at the point for Colorado where now the injuries are becoming a concern. To be injured
They
at the
always
beginning of
were
the
a
season,
concern.
they were a concern, but the
The
timetable
whole
was
team
always
is
good enough
out,
where
basically.
the timetable was
Everyone
always
is
good
gonna be
enough where they
back
could
and
get
settled.
together and go on a run. And they did go on a run. They're right now third in their division, but losing Lehkonen is
Somehow.
a big thing, and
don't think
they're
they
probably going to get
Landeskog
pushed
right
down
now
to the wild
either.
card.
Yeah. Is Landeskog still hurt? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I don't think he's come back yet.
Like that, like.
And Nathan McKinnon just came back. He's doing fine.
Nathan McKinnon's always going to do fine. He's
Nathan McKinnon is doing more than fine. He currently leads the league in what is it? Zone to zone power play entries or power play rushes. Yeah, he's doing just fine.
He's a special. I got to watch him live recently. He's a special.
And I know yesterday Leon Draisaitl got 100 points.
God, I hate Leon Draisaitl.
So
he might be one of the players I hate the most in the NHL, and I don't know why.
Do you not like that he's pissy?
No, he just seems like the evil counterpart to McDavid, and McDavid's already not interesting.
He's not as bland, at least.
He does have more personality than McDavid.
So that's something.
McDavid's a lentil.
Oh, and I know we didn't talk about the Jacob Chikrin diet, but maybe we should talk about it.
All right, yeah, let's talk about it.
What is the Jacob Chikrin diet? Because I missed
he's a big raw meat guy.
He's a carnivore.
He likes.
Is he the liver king?
He likes that raw liver, boy. Raw liver.
Raw heart.
But I don't care. Like
I want him.
You do you, homie. Like if that's what helps you get.
And with the Benino lacerated kidney injury, I saw someone tweet that Jacob Chikrin ate his kidney.
Zach's lack of reaction makes it so
Zach
much
like,
funny.
I can't laugh at that. But that's a serious injury. Like, really,
he's week to week with that.
That's some serious stuff.
He's week to week with that.
And Penguins fans are like, "Oh no, our season! If your season was riding on your fourth line center deadline acquisition,
they literally got him like a week ago." Yeah, like.
Guys, how is Jonathan Quick doing in Vegas?
Well, he won his 4th game in a row there.
Wow, we love to see it.
Jonathan Quick in like 5+ years.
We're going to talk a little bit more about spite later on. Did Jonathan Quick spite himself back into an NHL career?
Yes.
Possibly.
Like, he's pissed.
He's I don't see why he that much.
Well, this is also the first time in how long we're seeing Jonathan Quick play truly meaningful hockey.
Yes. In the sense that the Kings have not been good. Yes.
They've been good, but it's not like the Kings.
No, this is the first year where the Kings are going to make the playoffs and actually look like they could potentially make a run here.
Yeah. No, but you put him on it turns out if you really piss Jonathan Quick off and put him on a good team, he might win you a Stanley Cup. Again, like he's got like a 9-10 plus, doesn't he? It's ridiculous in Vegas. For how bad he was, he's like all-star game level goalie right now. Small sample size, but still, Jonathan Quick probably hasn't won 4 straight games in years.
I mean, it's so weird to think that the Hall of Fame goalie still could play like a Hall of Fame goalie.
Given a good team. Wow.
Yeah. For Vegas, he in 4 games played, he has 4 starts, 4 wins, 9 goals allowed with a .930 save percentage and a 2.22 goals against average. Jonathan
That's some
Quick
stats.
over the last 4 games.
Oh my god, the
Holy
Leafs should have got
moly.
Jonathan Quick.
That's really good.
That's so good.
He might be the best goalie in the world right now.
Over the last 4 games, I mean,
Yes.
what line
But
has
is he
Omar come in the
better than
last 4
Grandma
games?
Allen?
That
No.
is true. He's not Grandma
No.
Allen.
Okay.
He's not Grandma
so it's
Allen.
over.
Grandma
Conversation
Allen is
done.
Grandma
Does
Allen's
Jonathan Quick have a wooden leg? No. Grandma Allen's a better goalie.
Exactly.
Grandma Allen has a wooden leg.
Yeah, that was one of the stats they showed in the game.
They
He's
replaced
the oldest player in the NHL, 79 years old.
They replaced Igor Shesterkin with a grandma who has a wooden leg.
And she
She's
was
79
better.
years old.
We're all good here, right? Everyone's happy? We're fine?
And
Okay.
Bill Green carved his own hockey stick.
That I loved. He carved his own hockey stick out of his grandmother's first prosthetic leg.
Oh my god.
Which okay, I'll hold on.
The whole team is using reject grandma legs.
Oh my god. Quick segue to the Bruins, who are the fastest team in NHL history to 50 wins, which is crazy.
Mazel.
We lost to Chicago yesterday, though, which was interesting.
Fine. It's everyone loses Chicago.
The Blackhawks fans were chanting "overrated" in the stands.
You are.
Which is funny.
Sorry, can't hear you from all the way down in the basement.
Just because you realize, just because they chanted that, now it's set in stone. The Chicago Blackhawks are getting Connor Bedard. Are we?
They are.
Have we accepted that into the reality of
yeah,
how this is going to go down yet?
I'm gonna be so pissed off. He's a Blackhawk.
But like, I don't know. I see people talking about the President's Trophy curse and whatever. Like, yeah, it's a thing. But really nobody gives a shit about the President's Trophy. Nobody cares. Like, all they want is the cup. Like, it means nothing to them.
No, I want the Bruins to win every game from here on out.
Sorry?
I want the Bruins to win every single game from here on out, so they're too sleepy to play in the first round.
You just want to exhaust them.
I want to see them get bounced in the first round so badly.
No, but the thing is that the Bruins are a playoff team. Like, they can play in the playoffs. You know?
Yeah, they were when they were like 25, but now they're all out there playing like grandma.
They still need grandma.
Grandma would bring the average age of the Bruins down.
Trevor, I'm just gonna go.
A little questionable, but you know he can't be perfect. Okay, can't be perfect all the time.
Patrice Bergeron can't beat time forever. At some point, Grandma's gonna catch up to him. Exactly.
Watch out. Grandma Allen's coming to take your spot.
She's the next captain of the Boston Bruins.
Oh my god.
So I'm just gonna
Zach's about to roast me alive here.
I'm just gonna go through really quickly we'll call it the top 6 of the Boston Bruins, their average age. Patrice Bergeron is old
85.
as hell. Brad Marchand is old as hell. Jake DeBrusk is how old? 20 something?
Like 27, 26.
Jake DeBrusk is 26.
Yeah.
Then you've got Tyler Bertuzzi. Tyler Bertuzzi is in his 20s. That I know.
That's old in hockey years.
Rental. Tyler Bertuzzi's a rental. Calm down. Right.
So, you know,
NHL.
NHL these guys are
when the player isn't 5 years old.
No, go back a second. 26 is old in NHL, ma'am. 26 is prime in NHL years. What are you talking about?
People act like it's old though. They're like, oh, he's so
People
old.
People act like it's old for a 26-year-old prospect. When you're a 26-year-old star, you have all of your time ahead of you.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Austin Matthews is 25. Like, even though he's had a week.
Oh, Austin Matthews should start thinking about retirement.
Injured hand.
He should.
He's at his
prime. He's already accomplished everything he can.
Connor McDavid.
You're right. He's already accomplished everything he can in Toronto. 25? You said it.
Shut the hell up, Zach.
You said it. Those are your words. I'm just throwing it back in your face.
The conspiracy theory that Austin Matthews purposely broke Ryan O'Reilly's hand. That is a real thing.
Austin Matthews pulled the brake lever so Ryan O'Reilly could run into the Tim Horton.
There's an actual theory about that Austin Matthews hates the Leafs so much that he sensed that they were going to win around Ryan O'Reilly. He wanted to put a stop to it. So he has more reason to leave. So he saw a little Ryan O'Reilly's finger dangling there, and he just fired a wrist shot at it.
What are you
Austin
talking
Matthews is
about?
going. When are we going to talk about the Austin Matthews for Clayton Keller trade? Anyway, Natasha.
When are we talking about the fact
Oh.
that Quick was traded so the Kings could clear cap for Austin Matthews?
Oh my God, Natasha, I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
Please. That last one was a real bombshell.
I'm so sad.
Let's move on to the Stars, okay? There's not much else to say.
The Dallas Stars.
Yeah, let's make Trevor talk right now when he's clearly got his composure.
Yeah.
The Dallas Stars.
Do you want to talk about Jeremy
overtime,
Swayman while he gains his composure, maybe?
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
good.
I like Jeremy Swayman.
We're gonna go
he's
to
a cool
Swayman
guy,
first.
and he deserves a lot more recognition for sure. It is only his third season with the Bruins, and his first two are pretty rocky. With him kind of being sent there and back from Providence, and with Tuukka Rask retiring and having to fill that spot, he's kind of proving himself. And then Olmark was like, "Hold on, it's my turn." So, yeah.
What put me for a loop is until I read your article, I knew, it just never really rang out in my head. He's only 24 years old.
Yeah, he's
so
very
let
young.
Olmark be the number one guy for now. Ride out Olmark while you can, because your guy of the future is there in theory.
Exactly. Bruins are set. They've got a really good tandem. So,
Trevor, why?
Things are looking up. Okay?
And things need to stop going right for this team. Just suck.
You just hate to
I'm
see
so
me
sick
happy,
of it.
Trevor.
You've had a decade. No, you switch teams. Stay in your lane.
Not my
okay?
fault.
Stay in your lane, closeted Rangers fan. Okay, you just jumped. It's not about Patrick Kane. It's about the Bruins being better. Okay, I'm so sick and tired of everything.
It's not my
going right
fault.
for
The
this team.
Rangers suck. Okay, and I want to be happy for once.
I hope the Rangers beat Boston in a playoff round this year. I just can't.
Dude, imagine! Oh my God, the world would explode.
It's been what? How long have the Bruins been good?
Like 10 years.
The Stanley Cup in 2011.
Like, yeah, 10 years.
So we're gonna go almost 15 years.
They should have won in 2013 too. So I mean, I'll give them that.
I will give them since 2011.
The Penguins
in 2010 they blew the 3-0 lead to the Flyers.
2019 too.
No, 2019 should have been the Bruins' last ride. It should have been. Everything was laid in stone for that to be the last ride for the team. And the hockey gods,
they'll never win again.
Leaving, everyone was old. It was just lined up that was going to be their last legitimate chance.
Okay. Everyone was old, right? My issue with that is we can say everyone was old, but they're not playing like they're old. Have we seen?
It's pissing me off.
Have we seen a noticeable decline in
I think
either Brad Marchand or Crease Bergeron's play?
No, they're not as good.
No, so we can't really call them old.
Exactly.
We can call them
old.
Has
the NHL actually been animating
hockey
the team is still good.
Brad Marchand's an animated character.
They're veterans.
Taylor Hall is on their third line, or was.
Oh my God.
Taylor Hall, get out of.
I'm so excited for Taylor Hall to make Alex Kerfoot
come back
and eliminate the Leafs.
Taylor Hall.
Yeah, Alex Kerfoot's on the Toronto first line, and Taylor Hall is on the Boston third line.
This is where we're at. Congratulations, Toronto. Alex Kerfoot's on your first line. Good luck against Boston, Tampa. Good luck. We're now just deciding we don't want to have 12 forwards. We've made that decision too. 12 forwards is too many. We're only going to have 11.
God bless.
This is something we're going to do for the rest of the season now.
That's fine.
True.
Other teams have done it.
We went and made all these trades to finally upgrade Justin Hall, to finally not have to put him on the team. And all of a sudden, we're going to play 7 defensemen just so we can keep Justin Hall in the lineup. I'm going to kill myself.
Trevor, would it help you to talk about the Stars?
Let's talk about the Dallas Stars.
Or do you want us to talk about something else instead?
No, let's talk about the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars that play at the American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas, Texas. The neighborhood is Victory Park. Are winning hockey games again and scoring goals.
Wow.
Wow. Max Domi has proven that he's one of my favorite stars already with the most beautiful saucer pass I've ever seen.
That is the best pass in the NHL.
He just shot it over a defenseman. Like it's just like
not even
rocket.
It's not even. It's that it goes 2 feet in the air, and it lands in the perfect
on
spot,
the ice on his tape.
on his, not even on the. It doesn't even touch the ice. It lands on his tape. It says that is the definition of tape to tape. And who was in net? Martin Jones, Philip Grubauer. Who doesn't matter.
Jones.
Neither one had a chance.
Yeah,
disgusting.
And they won a game in overtime. The Stars can't do that. They've lost like 14 games in overtime this year. It's ridiculous. They finally won one. And like
Dallas Stars are
their record looks awkward.
18-13. Oh my god.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's asinine.
So that is the second, tied for the second most games lost in overtime throughout the league. They are tied for second with, are you ready for this? The San Jose Sharks, the only team to have more overtime losses than either of those teams.
The Ducks.
No. The Ducks only have 10.
That was a good guess, though.
Sure.
Who is it?
The Calgary Flames.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Yeah, and things are depressing in Calgary right now.
Oh my god.
As they tend to be. This is Calgary.
Yeah, that is
true.
It's the city of sadness.
That is true.
But
no amount of
one of those
stampedes can save you.
Underrated seasons, I think, in the league is Wyatt Johnston, too.
I agree.
Who's just casually gone, I should probably be in the Calder talk. Not to win it, but to be in that conversation.
Just to be in the conversation. Yeah.
Hell of a season. He's one of the main reasons Jamie Benn's as good as he is. He might be the main reason. Those two have some weird chemistry, and it makes me feel weird that Wyatt Johnston's younger than me.
Oh, that
yeah.
Something
Johnny
just got added to our
Gaudreau,
Google Doc that I want to jump to because I know
waifu.
nothing. I know nothing.
Wait. I typed it down to wait.
Lips are sealed. Lips are sealed.
Yes.
Wyatt Johnston. Yeah, no, Wyatt Johnston's looking really
Johnston.
good, and he's absolutely put himself into the Calder Trophy conversation. He's been. Has he played a big role in the Jamie Benn Renaissance?
Yes. For me, he carries the line. He is exactly what Jamie Benn needed to be Jamie Benn. And as old as Jamie Benn's gotten now, Wyatt Johnston's kind of rejuvenated his career a bit. He's real good in his own end. He's a good playmaker. The kid can score. I think he's got like 20 now, something like that. Johnston.
Wyatt Johnston. He's got 30 some odd points in 60 games played. I think something like that. I was looking at this yesterday.
But Jamie Benn's got 29 goals because of him.
15 assists.
It's a great season. It's a great year for him. And he's 19. It's his rookie year. What's really going to suck for Dallas, though, is right now Marchman just got hurt. He got hit knee to knee the other night.
That's rough.
And he flew back to Dallas because they're in Vancouver tonight. And Sagan's hurt as well. So their second line that they went out to go improve and get Max Domi to play with Tyler Sagan and Mason Marchment looks a little different now. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I'm really hoping I get to see Sagan next week play at the Pride game, but
I hope so.
Yeah,
too.
the Stars after the Domi acquisition, the forward core looks a lot better. Dadonov is a much better player than Garionov, at least for Dallas. And Jake Ottinger is Jake Ottinger. They're just waiting for the playoffs.
Trevor, I could talk to you and go until you mention it, not knowing you were homeschooled.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. No, Trevor, you seem very intellectual.
Yeah, you come off. Yeah, you can.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, I don't
can
feel.
Pretend.
I can have a conversation with
Trevor
you
had a
and
3.9 GPA.
3.96. Fuck off.
nice, very nice.
Wow.
I had a 4.0 in college before I dropped out.
That's
That's
good.
better than mine.
Why didn't your why was your mom your homeschool teacher?
Okay, no.
Why
I'll
did she
explain
put? Why
how
did she take away the 0.04 GPA?
This is how high school works when you get to homeschool. Okay. So you have to take like classes with other people. I did that through high school. So I took AP level work.
Okay.
In sciences, like I took AP physics, chem, and biology, and I passed all of them. I cheated a lot in chemistry, but I did pass.
As you do.
Well, no, I would figure it out, and then I sat next to some really kid named Sam Boyd, and I would just copy after that. Like I would make sure I knew how to do it.
Sam Boyd,
and then just Sam Boyd, yeah. And then I didn't get the 4.0 because I had a B in math, and my mom was like, "Hey, if you did like 4 or 5 more lessons, you could bring the grade up to an A." And I was so fucking lazy in high school that I didn't do it, I regret it still.
Wow, Trevor.
Photo math is the reason
I'm so disappointed.
But then when I was in college, I got a 23% on a final.
Oh, I've gotten worse than that. Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, no.
And I'm applying to go to med school here. Okay, so
my mom was like, "How
the future's in good hands." All right.
How come you passed all the homework with 100%, but you do the midterm and the final, which are proctored, and you failed them?" And I looked at what photo math.
Trevor, one day in 20 years, I'll be a psychiatrist, and you can tell people that I got a 16% on my first chemistry test.
Psych final.
If my surgeon got a 16 on a psych final, I don't know if I care.
I wouldn't.
Like
not a surgeon.
I don't need my surgeon to go through the 5 stages of grief with my kidney. Just take it out and like give it to whoever.
When I went to go get stitches, the doctor walked in and went, "Oh, I've always wanted to do this before. I want to be that doctor."
That is exactly how it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
I've always wanted to do this.
I've always wanted to.
I'm like holding the knife.
So you haven't gotten the opportunity.
Highlight of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of highlights of the week, so a rumor recently came out in regards to Johnny Gaudreau's free agency.
Yes.
Where it seems this was I don't remember which of the YouTube channels I saw this on, but I will link it down below because I will go through my watch history
afterwards. Yes,
but
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yes,
please give me the drama. I know nothing.
My god. Okay,
I'm jumping.
I want to say it.
Okay, Natasha.
Yes.
I'll give it to you.
Yes.
Go,
Okay. So Johnny Gaudreau, as we know, is in Columbus now, and that was a big thing in the free agency last offseason. And there was a lot of rumors. People still are making rumors about like why he left, management issues, didn't like Calgary, whatever, wanted to be close to home, whatever, quote unquote, even though he's from New Jersey. And in Johnny Gaudreau's Players Tribune article, he wrote that he wanted to be closer to home and start a family, and he just didn't want to do that in Calgary. I was like, kind of BS, but okay, fine. You know what? I'll accept it. But they, Frank Saravelli, in a podcast interview, I think yesterday or a few days ago, said that on the day when Johnny Gaudreau kind of made the call to say he's done with the Flames and he wanted to move on, basically, he told the Flames before that he was going to stay with them. But he went on a drive with his wife. And then after that drive, he made the call and he said, "I'm done." And he was like in tears on the phone. So now people are saying what happened in that car to make him change his mind. But what I think is Johnny and his wife probably just had a conversation about where they want their life to go. And that conversation led to Johnny having to make the decision to move away from Calgary because that would be what was best for his family. And yeah, that's pretty much the rumor, quote unquote, because really we will never know what happened in that car. But
No.
the fact that Frank, who's pretty reputable, knows about that and decided to drop that bombshell says something for sure. And the fact that Johnny could have stayed in Calgary at all means something, and he's just not there. So
it really sounds like they got into the car and had a long conversation about how Calgary is a place that is special to Gaudreau. It always will be. He grew up there.
But they
at
have to
some
move
point,
on.
it's going to be better to go back. And that's a hard decision to make.
For sure.
And like, people are going to make this out to be bad. People are going to like rip his wife apart.
Yeah,
I don't know what the reaction is.
They're going to compare him to Chris Pronger's wife for sure.
Oh, jeez. I
don't know that story.
Because honestly, that does take a level of maturity to be like, yes, I love this place and this place is my home, but I need to do what's best for my future and my family and things like that in a different place. Even though Columbus isn't working out all too bad for Johnny, it's not the same
it's
as
year one.
Calgary was to him.
It's year one in Columbus.
And he is closer to home.
Couple
as
things.
Philly is.
Because he was having issues with his family that I know.
Couple things though. The YouTube channel I found out about it on was, ironically enough, Johnny Hockey.
That was the one. Yeah, Johnny Hockey.
It's spelled Johnny, and then hockey is spelled Hawkey. He's been putting up some really great content of late. Big Calgary Flames fan, so it was definitely worth the watch. His channel's worth checking out for sure.
Definitely.
The other thing for the Chris Pronger situation, what happened there? He was traded to Edmonton, and they went to the Stanley Cup final the 1 year he was there. And then in the offseason, he demanded a trade because his wife did not want to live in Edmonton.
That's fair.
Who does?
Who wants to live in Edmonton?
Except for Connor McDavid and his McMansion.
So Chris Pronger's wife was vilified by the Edmonton fan base for a while.
Because they make villains out of everybody.
They do. They have to blame somebody, you know? They have to be like, oh,
they have to blame somebody for what sucked for so long.
You breathed wrong. This is your fault.
You were a little pissy today. They just go off on you. God bless Edmonton. They might have one of the worst media groups in the country.
Yeah, and Canadian media will go
eat
crazy.
You alive.
You know, it's over.
And they're the worst. They're the most harsh.
So maybe Johnny did always want to play in America, and that was part of it. But really, I don't. I think there's no reason to be upset.
It's not
about
a story.
It, basically. Yeah, it's not really like
he made a hard decision to leave.
Yeah.
It's not a story.
Yeah,
and it's a shame that people are going to rip his wife apart, especially in Calgary.
Yeah,
it'll be rough.
But it's just a tough. It seems like it's a tough issue for Calgary. Johnny Hockey brought up in his video, if Gaudreau ends up staying, then you think about, does Tkachuk even get traded? So it's really tough because that was kind of the Gaudreau leaving kind of accelerated a lot of things that happened with the organization.
And it didn't accelerate quick enough.
Matthew Tkachuk, part of the reason why Matthew Tkachuk left is because Johnny Gaudreau left.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Because if Johnny stayed, there's a probability that Matthew would.
Yeah. Well, even last year, were the Flames even good enough to like really compete?
No.
Are they really going to hang? Even like the Gaudreau
that first game
Flames
in the Battle of Alberta series
was one of the best playoff games ever.
Spectacular, I will have.
And then they just disappeared the rest of the series.
Disintegrated.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Huberdeau is working out okay for the Flames.
He's just going to take a little bit longer to.
And Nazem Kadri as well, but it'll take a long time for the Flames to get back to where they were with Johnny and Matthew, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Devils talk? Anybody?
Devils talk. Yeah. So we'll adjust this to the Devils podcast that we are known to be. No,
we're slowly morphing.
Slowly.
And if you give us a few more weeks, Natasha's face will be replaced with the head of Devils fandom, Adam Wilde.
Leaving the room mentally.
Mentally. Okay.
Gone.
Well,
to talk about the best team in the world.
So Devils on Sunday was a big day for the Devils. They hosted the first place Carolina Hurricanes, who were obviously without their best player. That being said, the Devils did shut them out and tied them for first place. Jesper Bratt called Sunday a preseason playoff game. It was a game that obviously the Devils had circled on their calendar. They showed up and they made it known. Vitek Vanacek put on a 32 save shutout and made some incredible saves. It was really, really a good game.
Can I say the line?
Go.
Say it.
Vitek Vanacek yourself before you Vitek Vanacek yourself.
That's
however
right.
it goes.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, got it in.
And
go Devils.
And then Tuesday, they hosted the first. So the Devils have 4 games against teams from Florida. Yesterday they played Tampa. Tomorrow they play Tampa. On Saturday they play the Panthers, and on Sunday they play in Tampa. So it's a little interesting, but it's kind of a good test for the playoffs in the sense where you'll be facing the same opponent a little bit, and you can make adjustments.
We'll come back to it.
They're not the only team to have this issue at the schedule right now. I've noticed that. But
yeah, the Penguins and Rangers play each other 3 times this week.
Yes, the Penguins and Rangers are doing the same thing. Interesting scheduling, but we'll digress from there a little bit. They went ahead and they got out to a really quick lead against Tampa. But then, big shock, they scored a second goal, Ryan Graves from the point, but it got called back due to goaltender interference. On some angles, it looks like the Devils player is being pushed into Vasilevsky. In other angles, it does not. That being said, Toronto called it back. And then the Lightning just took over from there. The Devils fans were not happy with that. They have a rather big history with goaltender interference calls at home, particularly against Toronto. So there were a lot of ref you suck chants, and as a result, the Tampa Bay Lightning got a lot of penalty calls, and out of spite, I feel as though the refs were just letting things slide against the Devils. Like there were obvious tripping penalties that were missed against the Lightning. Their calls that should have gone the Devils' way just simply did not. And I think it is because there were a lot of ref you suck chants that kept coming back up. It wasn't like a one-time chant. No. It was throughout the game. Like 5 or 6 times throughout the game did it roar through the arena.
Yeah, officiating's been awful this year.
It has.
The game management has been the worst I've ever seen it.
It really has. And this is the one instance where obviously I'm going to sit here and say, yeah, there was some bias here, but there was a tripping call right in front of the refs and he just looked right past it.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for me to say that that the crew during last night's game was not missing calls and making certain calls because they were annoyed, because they felt this way. I have a very hard time with that. And it pains me to make that accusation because I want to believe that this is fair. But if you miss 3 tripping calls in a row and a roughing call, but then as soon as the Devils do even something, then it's a penalty, I have questions.
We know what you're doing. Like, someone send this clip of Zach talking to the GM meetings. Let them hear it. We're pissed.
Yeah,
because we just want officiated games. That's all we want. We just want a ref to just make sure that no one's killing each other.
We just want fairly.
The rules are followed.
That's
all we want.
That is true.
We don't want the games managed. If you want them to be game managers, call them that. The Leafs have been screwed this year a few times. The Stars have been screwed a few times this year. It's just call the rules and like this. Oh, this team needs a penalty soon. It's so obvious what they're doing.
Yeah,
they don't even attempt to hide it.
Nope. But last night aside, this is a test in the Devils' schedule. So how the big thing is, last night happened, accept it. How are you going to respond in the next game? So how they play on Thursday is going to be really important. Hopefully they can come out and just shake it off and punch the Lightning right in the mouth. That's honestly what they need to do. But, the things are looking up for the team right now. Curtis Lazar actually played for the Devils and is confirmed to be a real
He's
person.
real?
Probably, maybe, probably. There was a guy wearing a 42 Lazar jersey. Whether or not that person is actually Curtis Lazar, I don't know. It could be Nathan Bastian with a facelift. Who knows? But
it could be Ilya Kovalchuk. He's back.
That would be terrible. That would be terrifying.
But, yeah. One of my most successful tweets I've ever had was I made a Curtis Lazar joke, and it did really well on Twitter for my standards. Like, I really have to like just get the Brat Pack to like comment on it, and then it gets likes. That's all it takes.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course. So it just Curtis Lazar. I love the Curtis Lazar joke that's going around Devils.
I love the Curtis
Lazar. How did
it
start?
Because there were visa issues when they traded for him from Vancouver, so he didn't report to the team until like a week after the Devils traded for him. Okay. And even then he reported to the team when they were in Montreal, when they were in Canada. So
he did all this effort to get to the States.
Exactly. Man. He didn't make it to the United States until Monday. I'm pretty sure.
Amazing. I love it. And he's not real.
He's not
real. Played as Curtis Lazar for the Devils.
All right, we found it out. But that's been a fun distraction from Devils Twitter, because Devils Twitter right now is blowing up on the fact that
just for Brett.
No, not even that. Akira Schmid has played very well for the Devils. He's currently the backup right now because Blackwood's hurt. He's put up really good numbers in 14 games. Trevor and Natasha, 14 games. That is a very small sample size for a goalie, is it not?
Yeah.
Sure.
So naturally, people on Devils Twitter and Reddit are calling Akira Schmid the goalie of the future.
Oh my
God. Like, there's no reason to even start Vanacek. And they're also talking about how, I saw a post on Reddit and it bothered me about talking about how Akira Schmid, this guy really projected Akira Schmid to be the Devils starter by the playoffs in 2025. And all I could think about is using what metrics? Like,
goalies are voodoo.
Like you do you just feel this? So naturally, people on the internet are annoying.
Yes.
Take everything for what it's worth. Akira Schmid has played well in a very, very small sample size. Does the future look bright for him? Perhaps. Is there any reason to think about the goalie situation in 2025 for any team right now in the year of 2023?
Guys,
no.
This is why Carter Hart's bad now, as they did this.
Yes. This is why Carter Hart's bad, and this is why Mackenzie Blackwood is bad now. Because they were both worked into the ground. Too young.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? You have too many good goalies. It's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have. And I say Mackenzie Blackwood is bad. Mackenzie Blackwood has shown moments where he's played very well this year.
He's come back.
He's also shown moments where he's played very poorly. So,
every goalie does.
I can tell you one thing, though. Mackenzie Blackwood is a much better goaltender than James Dolan is as an. I'm not even going to say owner. I'm just going to say manager of the teams that he owns. So James Dolan is taking on the New York State Liquor Licensing Board.
I love this story so much.
Let me bring up the exact quote because it's really something else, something special.
Natasha, how are we going to get hammered at a Rangers game together now? How?
Smuggle it.
Damn right.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
I'm such a criminal mastermind.
It is not the. I'm sorry. The New York State Liquor Authority. My mistake. Excuse me.
Oh. Not the licensing board.
Not the licensing board.
Big difference.
I guess yes. What is the quote? Here we go. In a statement, he said, "This gangster-like governmental organization has finally run up against an entity that won't cower in the face of their outrageous abuses. While others that have been subject to this harassment may have been forced into submission or silence, we are taking a stand on behalf of our fans and the many small businesses who have long been subject to the SLA's corruption." Analysis report that a loss of liquor license for the Garden will result in a financial blow that could well exceed the 8 figures.
Okay.
Why is he
that
allowed to be in
more-
New York City?
Why Rangers? Why can't he run a poverty franchise?
New Yorkers just can't be
like
happy.
the Islanders. Like,
Yeah, man. I don't know. This is interesting. What I love about
what's his
this,
end goal? What's his end goal?
I don't know.
What does he
but
want?
I'm not sure, but let me just say this in a statement that is very much attached to this name. This is the exact same language that was in the statement that the Rangers released about against George Parros and what was it? The horrifying act of violence. This is the same language. This is the same person wrote.
He
wrote
writes all the statements.
He wrote the
He also
statement.
runs
James
the
Dolan wrote
Twitter.
the statement in 2021.
Oh, 100%.
There's not a doubt in my mind anymore. That's my takeaway from all this. James Dolan is an idiot who's going to cost his organization about 8 figures.
A Patrick Kane contract.
A Patrick Kane contract. Yes, that is the Patrick Kane contract is 8 figures. You've got me there.
Yep.
So keep an eye on that. There may be some liquor smuggled into some Rangers games soon, as that will be the only way to get liquor at a Rangers game.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Be cheaper.
It will be cheaper. It will be cheaper.
Yep. I'm gonna publicly say me and Natasha do not partake in the alcoholic beverages. We are underage. I don't even know what alcohol is.
What even is that?
I
I've
don't
never heard
know.
of it before.
Zach, and then come June, can you teach me what it is?
No.
After June 17th, can you teach me what it is?
I won't be 21 until June 5th.
We'll teach you next year.
Yes, 2024.
She had to do the math.
One more year and we're good. Okay. Then I can have as much liquor as I want.
This is Zach's tradition of us making him feel old as shit.
Zach, how are you feeling?
Feel good?
Man,
I've only voted in one presidential election. No,
Okay.
I've
two.
only voted in one election. and
Okay.
Wait,
that's
no,
it.
one.
The governor
One.
thing.
Natasha,
Yes.
if I were to right now, because Trevor is making me feel old, set Trevor up in like a I'm not going to say a wheelchair, but like a chair with wheels, maybe like an office chair, and push him down the stairs, would you help me? In an
No.
office chair. If it's an office chair. If it's an office chair.
No, I would not.
Zach, I
man.
would hit a pause button on Zach and just say
Zach.
every week I applaud him
Go
on a
Zach.
transition. But this week
I
he's like,
think I'm cutting
what
that
if
one.
we
That
push
transition
Trevor
was
down a-"
crazy.
No, we're keeping it. We're keeping it, Zach.
I might
We
cut
have
that. Oh
to.
no. Okay,
No,
well,
no.
But no,
you guys
I would
know
not.
more about
It
this.
depends on how steep the stairs are.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Like, it's Trevor. I want him to be
If
able to
it's like
talk.
a deadly amount of stairs, no.
Oh, no,
'cause I
no,
don't
no,
wanna
like-
kill Trevor.
No.
I don't
like,
want to injure him too bad either.
What if it's the stairs
70
outside the
seven
New York
stairs,
Metropolitan
45-degree
Museum?
angle, like not even like 5 feet.
Those are like they're basically flat, so you'd be fine.
You would push me down the Met stairs? Okay.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Hi, my name's Trevor, and welcome to Jackass. It just pushed me down the Met stairs.
All right. Well, I worked hard. Why did I transition like this? I will leave it up to you guys. Tell me more about Flyers
Carson Briere.
GM Danny Briere's son.
Carson Briere, who is a
Carson
student at
Briere.
Mercyhurst University. I know Mercyhurst. My cousin went there.
Shout
Sorry.
out.
He's on their hockey team.
Yes.
He was at a bar 2 nights ago, I think.
Mhm.
And he was seen on security cam at the top of a flight of stairs pushing a wheelchair down said stairs, purposeful, and destroying it.
Yes.
From what I've kind of gathered of the situation, the bar is not the most accessible place in the world, so someone had to be carried down the stairs to use the restroom. Their wheelchairs left at the top, and they pushed it down, breaking it. I wanted to get this story to the podcast, even though we don't have too much to add to it, just because I feel
Yeah.
like the story's going to go away really quickly.
Mercyhurst just posted a what do you call it? Statement about it.
Please read.
Where is it?
I have not heard the statement yet. Zach, have you?
It's like
No,
under
I've
the
heard nothing.
tweet with the footage.
Oh,
They did. It's
they
not like
responded.
yeah, they responded to it.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
Thank goodness they said something because I was getting a little nervous. They weren't doing anything.
Okay, late this afternoon, Mercyhurst University became
Yeah.
aware of a disturbing video in which one of our student athletes is seen pushing an unoccupied wheelchair down a flight of stairs at a local establishment. Our Office of Student Conduct and Department of Police and Safety are investigating.
Okay.
Standard.
That's a pretty vanilla statement, but you can't expect
I mean,
more.
it's the bare minimum that they would have to do.
They're investigating. They need to know what happened.
Well, for what it's worth, also, Mercyhurst is the second school that Carson Briere is attending after he was kicked out of Arizona State a few years ago.
What was he kicked out for?
For what?
For violation of team rules. He included this quote: "I was just going out. I wasn't taking hockey seriously. It wasn't anything bad. I was just not being committed to hockey. I was more committed to having fun at school. Too much partying. That's probably the best way to put it."
Okay, so this kid's just this might be a little blunt, but is this kid just a stupid frat boy that happens?
I was gonna say,
yeah, this is just a dumb kid. Like they're like as much as
grow
I want,
up.
Yeah,
kid.
Grow up. This is a dumb
He's
kid.
23 years old.
Yeah, he's gonna. This is
His
not
frontal
the
lobe is
egregious thing.
almost
that should follow.
developed.
This is not an egregious thing. I feel like
Okay.
that should follow him around for the rest of his life. But this is something where he should absolutely be held accountable.
Yeah.
Do some community service. Pay for a wheelchair, maybe, because
Yeah, those wheelchairs are like $4,000.
And let's be honest, you're playing hockey at a collegiate level. I
Yes.
hate and well, not even that. Your dad is Danny Briere. Come on.
No,
this is what happens when you have a frat kid that grew up with all the money in the world and doesn't know what repercussions are.
Yes.
That end is also just an ignorant dumbass, basically.
I just look at that. I just want to call him a douchebag to his face.
I really want to do something bad to him, which I cannot say on here.
He shouldn't go to jail or anything like that, but he should have to pay the fines and maybe do some community service.
First, he should apologize to the person who broke the wheelchair. Then he should pay for the wheelchair.
Make it right.
And then he should hire knuckle box Logan Stanley.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Logan Stanley is allowed to fall on top of him.
And and Briere has one hand taped behind his back.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a fair fight.
Oh, and there's a GoFundMe for the wheelchair, by the way.
Good. No, I don't want to GoFundMe.
Like $3,500.
I want him to pay it out of his pocket.
Yes.
I want it to come out of his tuition.
Carson Briere should be responsible for taking care of the wheelchair. I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
But at the same time, that process could take a while. This person needs a wheelchair
needs it now.
So that's where the GoFundMe comes in.
Yes.
So if they use the GoFundMe and then that money that the Brieres provide repays the GoFundMe, that's
that's fine. It's just I want it to come out of the Brieres.
But also, like, money can't make this go away.
No,
no. But there's got to be some accountability for it.
His actions and making it right can make this. I don't want to say go away, but it can make it
better. Yeah.
Yes, there's a way.
This isn't like a life-altering incident. But
there's
if he's nice about it, which I doubt he will be. Then
there's a path to rehabilitation from here.
Yeah, there's a path of redemption here, but that's based on his choices, obviously.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes. Do we get to be a little more lighthearted?
What's going on there?
Okay, chip race. So, Natasha, last episode we talked about how you're more or less done with the Rangers.
More or less, yeah. I mean, I care about the other guys on the team, and like I want them to be happy, but they're just not my priority anymore. You know what I mean?
That is understandable. Now, when I mentioned something about the chip race and the current placement of the standings of that chip race, there seemed to be some confusion here.
You tried to pull some shit.
Wow,
Trevor. Very accusatory right there.
So, I respect your decision to support the Boston Bruins this year. However,
I guess I do.
Yes.
However, when the bet was made,
and I was supporting the last year as well.
When the bet was made for the chip race, you said your ride or die was the Rangers, and I'm not going to hold and I'm not going to hold you
I did
to
say
that
that.
for
I'm
your
not
actual
denying it. I did say it.
actual fan base. However, this chip race
It's very
is
important.
It's very important, and it's
We
very
can't ruin
sacred.
the integrity of the chip race.
And yes, we cannot ruin the
It's a life
integrity.
or death.
It is a life or death
can't-
race, and
I can't switch to Boston. Why should
Yeah.
you be able to?
Fair
You
yeah.
know?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So-
You guys make a
So,
good point. I'm not
We
arguing.
recognize your team as the Boston Bruins. We do,
Thank you.
except in the chip race.
But the chip race will go on.
The chip
Yes.
race will go on the way it was originally intended.
Exactly.
If
The chip
there
race
is-
is panning
only
out.
fair. And next year,
next
we
year
do
you
this
can bet on the
again,
Bruins if you so choose.
I
We
can
can
Yes.
revisit. We can
But
revisit the
this year-
question.
is the Rangers.
Yes.
An update on the
Perfect.
chip race. The Rangers are currently in the hot seat for the chip with only 86 points.
Exciting.
Only 86.
I am
points.
I have dropped to third with
Honestly,
88
even
points.
if I don't win, even if I don't, well, not win, even if I don't lose, I will probably still eat the chip.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Just to know what it tastes like out of curiosity.
Do we have a very different definition of winning right now? Are the
Yeah.
Rangers winning the chip? I'm so confused.
Who's the real winner?
I
Who
don't
is
know
the
really
anymore, man.
winning? The team that wins or the person who eats the chip? Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Who's really
Yeah.
winning here?
So the standings right now are New Jersey, Vegas, Toronto, Rangers in the chip race from top to
Yes.
bottom. I've too close for comfort for me, only
Mhm.
being 2 points ahead
Interesting.
of New York.
Well, we'll see what
It's-
happens.
Matt Murray came back from injury. And I was like, oh shit, I might have to eat a chip.
I think
Like,
the Devils have found out about this, and out of solidarity and knowing, like, no, we can't let
Is-
this person down. We can't let him know what that horror is
Yeah.
in terms
Can we-
of tinned muscles.
can we safely say that Timo Meyer got traded because of this Dorito? That they went out and made that trade just to
Probably.
ensure that Zach would have
Yeah.
to eat
That
it?
Dorito actually, I'll be real with you in a cosmic level. That Dorito might actually have a good amount to do with Timo Meyer coming over here. I'm not even going to front. The person running that account has a pretty good standing in the Devils fan base. I can't front that Dorito didn't play a role in Timo Meyer.
Do you think
coming
he
over here.
saw that and went, "Oh my god, that's my favorite snack. I need to be a New Jersey Devil."
You know, I'm just saying.
That
No,
would not surprise me.
it would not surprise me. Although, if it would make more sense if he were Swedish, and he said that.
Yeah.
I love the chip race so much.
It's great.
It's really
I love it.
it's
You
high
can my toes.
stakes. This is the
It's high
best sporting
stakes.
event of the year.
High stakes.
It's high
Real
stakes. It's real high stakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Do you know what's not high stakes? Anything to do with the Canadian Music Hall of Fame.
The Nickelback isn't. Connor McDavid isn't high stakes.
He never made it as a wise man, and he couldn't
Oh
cut it as
my
a poor man
Never
stealing.
made it as a wise- Oh man, go on.
So, what did
Nickelback.
Connor McDavid have to do with the Canadian Hall of Fame and Nickelback? Why do these three things matter?
Yesterday was the Juno Awards,
Very
where
prestigious. Move over
Connor
Oscars. to Juno
McDavid
Awards.
inducted Nickelback into the Canadian. Was it the Canadian Music Hall of Fame? Yeah.
Yes.
And
Pretty
he,
special.
of course, did a very interesting speech. Connor
call it that.
McDavid in his public speaking era, very interesting. He also did a pre-awards show red carpet interview, which he kind of was like, yeah, Nickelback, they're like so Canadian. Whatever Connor McDavid said, I don't know, just standard. Even his
Standard Connor
Everyone
McDavid
wants
thing.
to
even
be
his red
Hall of
carpet
Fame.
interview was very clipped in media. Like, okay, that's just Connor. He's
He's
media
so
trained
media
from birth.
trained
Okay,
from birth.
the speech, the highlight of the speech for me was when Connor said, "It's everyone's dream to be in the Hall of Fame."
Or I personally like when he said every institution has a Hall of Fame.
Every
of sorts.
institution has a Hall of Fame. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
We'll make a
Like-
Wrinkles in the Crease Hall of Fame, okay?
Yo,
Yeah.
I was
How
actually
am I
just-
not gonna make that?
Is it bad that my first thought was like, yo, where's the U.S. Congressional Hall of Fame? I want to see some of the greatest and worst people to serve in Congress because there are so many.
That would
Where-
be good.
Oh my god.
You know
We
what?
need a New Jersey Devils Hall of Fame.
There probably is one.
I mean, they're
They are the
first
Hall
of
of
all,
Fame.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is actually in the Prudential Center, so that is
The what Hall
I
of
know.
Fame is there?
I'm not sure which one it is. It's not that what I just said.
No, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland.
Is in Ohio. Yeah, no, it's something. There is like an exhibit or a Hall of Fame exhibit in the Prudential Center
Let's
for
go.
music related.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
Public
I'm down.
speaking
Yeah.
legend with Connor McDavid. It really got me thinking about how he will probably win at least 2 NHL awards this year. And we'll
And we're
have
about
to
to
see him
listen to
make
his
the
speech.
blandest acceptance speech ever. He'll be like, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess I
happy
did score a lot.
It's
of
not
goals.
like he's a lock for the Art Ross.
Thanks.
Zach.
Goodbye.
Zach.
It's not like he's a lock for the Art Ross.
Zach. He's a lock
might
for
be.
every trophy.
He's got 129 points in how many games
Already.
left? In
Mm.
14
4.
games. In 14 games, he could very easily net 0 points, and Leon Draisaitl could have 30.
Wow. Could you imagine?
You know how hard it would be for Leon Draisaitl to put up
If
30
Leon-
points and Connor McDavid to not get one?
Yeah, no, if
He's
Leon
just
Draisaitl is
there.
getting 30 points, Connor McDavid is getting at least 29.
At least
I am-
50.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, so he's a
Oh,
lock for the
man.
Art Ross.
Oh, I guess his speech is going to be, I guess I did score a lot of points. Thanks for the trophy. That's
No,
his
he's
speech.
not humble. He's not humble enough for that.
I just want to see him like stand next to Wayne Gretzky, look at him, and then just kind of look forward like it's not
I'm
it's not a big
coming
deal.
for you, motherfucker. that's what's going to look.
That's what the interview with Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid was like. Literally, you were just like, "Yeah, you're a cool guy." Nods. I hate
Because
you.
neither of them have any personality.
But Wayne has more
Wayne
personality. than
developed a
Connor.
personality. That's
Wayne
not fair.
Did
Little
SNL
bit.
skits.
Oh, that's true.
Connor did not. Well, not yet. Oh my
You
God.
know what? Let's get Connor on SNL.
Also, hot take: young Wayne Gretzky is better looking than young Connor McDavid.
Oh,
this is
easily.
a true fact. Let's not.
But they all get
Jump
trumped by
around
young
here.
Mario Lemieux. Young Mario?
You can't
Mwah.
beat Yager with his luscious
No,
mullet.
Yager
Yo,
never.
no,
No, no.
that Czech boy had a really thick mullet.
Let's not ignore Yager. Okay.
He wasn't Mario, though. He was no Mario.
He
No, he
was
was
no
Mario
Mario.
Jr.
Okay, that's fair.
Ooh.
That was my
Wow.
favorite.
Genius.
Whoever coined that is actually a genius.
So, which Hall of Fames will we all be inducted in? Since it's everyone's dream.
I want to be in the Abilene, Texas Hall of Fame because I feel
No,
like
you want to be in
I've
the
done
Abilene
enough already.
Car Wash Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Zach missed what happened while he was in the bathroom while we paused the
Trevor
recording.
got a new job.
Trevor got
as
a
car
full-time
wash
job, yeah.
worker. So now he's gonna be in the Abilene Car Wash Hall of Fame.
Working
I'm
at
gonna wash
the car
the
wash.
car.
Really happy
Yeah.
for you, Trevor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We could
Yeah,
leave
Trevor.
that in. I start today. Yay.
Mazel.
have a good
The
job.
first time you said mazel to me, I had to Google what it meant.
Mazel.
I'm sorry.
I'll be in the Jewish Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
along with Zach.
that's the Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I'm also
that's
shooting
where
for.
we're going in there.
Does Natasha's exhibit go next to Adam Sandler, or does Zach's go next to Adam Sandler?
No,
I
mine
actually
goes right
thought
next
we
to
would.
Gary Bettman. Okay,
It's
We're
actually
hanging
the
out, We're on
same-
the same
it-
floor.
It's the same exhibit.
It's
Natasha
the
and
same
our
exhibit.
yeah, Natasha and my exhibits built together. I think.
And we're
Okay.
right next to Gary Bettman and who else?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry
who's
Seinfeld.
an
No.
no? It would have to be someone from North Jersey or New York that would be near us and also Jewish.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
Jerry Seinfeld's.
We can be next to Jacob Chikrin, okay? He'll be
Guys,
up
Jerry Seinfeld is criminal.
No. The Hughes family. The Hughes family.
there. Okay, Hughes family. Yeah, okay. We're
Yes.
hanging out with the Hughes.
Yeah,
There we go.
yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and
Um,
I'm in a car wash Hall of Fame.
Yeah. There actually is a Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, by the way.
Yes, there is.
So,
Yes, there is.
worth
Jay
on there.
Fiedler, Miami Dolphins quarterback legend. Jay Fiedler is in that Hall of Fame.
So good.
Good for
God,
So good.
Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman.
could
Zach
be.
Hyman will be in there probably.
Sandy Koufax is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like that guy's like legitimately though one of the best pitchers of all time though.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's another NHL player that's really popular. That's not the user Hyman.
Gary Bettman's in it.
Mike Camilleri could be an inductee in the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame.
Wait, didn't he
Hell yeah.
create BioSteel, or is that
He
somebody
did.
else?
He
Yeah.
did.
Oh my.
Yes.
Y'all won that. Y'all own
Yeah.
BioSteel.
We got
Collectively
BioSteel.
own BioSteel.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's going to be a war there because the Yellow Gato.
Yellow Gato.
Yeah.
Yellow Gato. Does that wrap us up then with the
does.
Jewish Hall of Fame?
I think so.
You'll see me
All
there.
right. I think so. Everyone, I wish you all a great rest of the week. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and go get yourself a Yellow Gato. Enjoy the
Happy
rest of
Ides
the
of March as well.
Don't drink alcohol. Just Yellow Gato.
Just Yellow Gato.
If you want to
God
feel
bless.
festive, make it a little green.